president of the Fourth Republic. In fact, this will be the 5th president of the Fourth Republic. I do not know. I'm sure we'll find out because we have historians here who will take us all the way back to when democracy started in Ghana, the inception of elections in Ghana. But before that, I'm going to move over to, of course, my very beautiful Leonora. But if you just joined us, we're live on Youth TV, and also subscribe on Liezer-Legacy production channel on YouTube. Share, let everybody know, let everybody join in. This is where you get all the news, but the ones that are not accurate, of course, this is where you get them. If you want to see the proper things, this is where you get it. Analysts, experts, everything you need when it comes to elections. Now let me move over to you. Leonora, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
I can see that. You are very, very fine. Wow. Have you voted?
Not yet, but pretty soon.
Yes. And who are you voting for?
Oh, it's Zoo possible.
Zoo
possible.
Zoo possible. So what happens?
Exactly.
What happens to cheddar?
Oh, we'll talk
no.
about
What you people are doing is not nice. What happens to boom? What happens to number 11? The man, what's his name? Chumberma.
We'll merge all
what
of them.
What happens to Abafanto?
We'll merge all of them.
No, you people are not being fair. Everybody has an equal chance. Chumberma says he has visited every constituency and he's winning. He's winning. Kofi Planting is winning.
It's highly possible.
Okay.
God is still in the miracle business.
Of course, very, very possible.
Yeah,
over to you. Take us. What is happening in the news?
So, you know, Nana, a lot of drama has been unfolding today. In a shocking turn of events, polling stations across Ghana have recorded an unusually low human voter turnout at dawn. But, you know, the ghost representatives were not to be outdone. No. Stones, buckets, and even worn-out car tires reported early queues to secure spots for their owners, who sources say were still debating whether to brave the cold morning or finish their tea and breakfast.
So, from what you are saying, you are telling us that people were not there.
Yeah, they were deliberating whether to eat first before going there, or no. Early for the dawn, you know, we have to sleep and then have some good rest before we go to the polling stations. Who knows? But these days, I think they are sharing food and drinks at the polling stations.
Okay.
So
Now, before I have experts, like I told you, and I'm going to introduce them. They'll be joining us in this conversation as we delve into the stories. We analyze some of these stories that come your way. We have to my right the very talented. He is an expert when it comes to history. Everybody knows him, and I'm sure you've probably heard of him. Thank you and welcome, Sir Lickens.
Thank you very much. A point of correction, it is not Lickens. We are not licking anything here. It is Licky. Sir Licky.
All right, so you heard him. He's called Sir Lickens. So, Sir Lickens, you're welcome. And this person is a special person. He is a historian when it comes to elections. He has voted from the very first elections that started here in Ghana. When the bond of 1844, I am positive, I know that they said he was there. He held Commander Hill's hand. He signed. He was, in fact, when it comes to history, not just elections, not just politics, everything. This man is your guy. Welcome, Mr. Tatia.
Yeah, thank you very much, my good brother. How are you?
I am fine, thank you. So, Mr. Tatia, let me start off with you.
Yes.
Now, with the history, with what they are talking about, this is not history, but they are saying that when you go to the polling stations, right now, they are sharing foods. What do you make of that?
Well, sharing foods on election day, it's a big no. We don't do that.
Why?
It's never been recorded in the history of this country. Except during the 1844, the bond of 1844. I know you remember that issue. That was when I think the honorable here. I remember I saw him. I was fetching water that morning. I saw him. He was the one that decided to share ice kinky that early morning. So since 1844, there has been a problem when it comes to elections in this country. But we are not talking about him. Back to the issue. It is not a good thing to share food during the election. Are you trying to tell me that I have not eaten from my house, or I have not drank water from my house, or I don't have, well, you know voodoo? Voodoo? You know voodoo?
No, I am not very familiar with that.
Oh, you were born in 2012, I'm sure. Voodoo is well. The native botanical name is
Voodoo.
Voodoo. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So I'm sure that the people that are sharing the water and food, they can't tell me that people don't have food in their house or water in their house. So that one.
No, but the tap, sorry, the
Yes.
tap has been off for some time now. I think about a month or two. So probably, yes, they don't have water.
So people
at
don't
home.
have water.
Yeah,
so
people
this
don't
could
have
be a
water.
genuine concern.
Exactly.
And people could actually be hungry.
Who knows? Maybe they can pack bottles of water and then take them home to take their bath, cook.
According to PNTC law 111. Please, as for the credibility of my source, do not ask me.
Interesting.
However, listen to what I'm saying. According to PNTC law 111, sharing water at various polling stations during election is a second-degree felony.
It's a second-degree felony.
Second-degree felony. 25 years minimum, 155 years maximum in prison.
Okay, let me come to you, Professor Ntatia.
Yeah.
So, Prof, you know a lot about law and history and everything, current affairs that has to do with Ghana. Now we're talking about sharing food and water during election. What do you make of this?
Thank you very much, Nana Jesse. I think that before I start, let me begin by quoting one learned colleague of mine that we started school and then he dropped out at a point. He said something. He said, if you want to test the depth of a knowledgeable person who is, has a very good depth in education, then visit someone who can use two books at the same time.
Oh. So you're using the same books, but you have different pages.
This is the same book, but I'm using different pages at the same time.
Wow. That is impressive. You can't
get anybody doing this except human beings who are really learned. Where is this? Page 319. I can get a page 319 in this one, but I decided to jump and come to page 369.
Wow.
And it is not easy to do things simultaneously.
Very difficult.
Inculcating the ideas of planning in-depth analysis. And now I come to your question.
Okay.
Sharing of food did not start today. Like he said, he met me in that time he was a small boy. But sharing of food started way back in the Bible. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. How many food did he share to people?
From what I know and according to the facts of the Bible, I am sure he started, I know the very first one, he started sharing when he was a baby, when he was young, he started sharing. And then when they went for their party at Canaan,
yes,
he gave them drinks.
He gave them drinks.
And then he also, the 5,000 people, he also gave...
that is what I want to dwell on.
Okay.
He asked the people, he said, who has food? The small boy. I'm sure his lineage comes from Teshi.
Okay, okay.
He came through the crowd, he said that, Father, I have 7 loaves of bread.
He said it in English?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it was a Latin language.
Okay.
He said, Libitum labas sabatani. Libitum labas sabatani.
Which means?
Exactly.
If I tell you, you go blind. Because Latin, there are some that is spiritual. This one, you don't find it in that current Latin. I'm talking about Jesus Christ, birth of Jesus Christ before BC kind of Latin.
But I thought those people were speaking Aramaic.
Aramaic came from Latin.
Aramaic came from, not Latin from...
Latin from Aramaic. So let me give you the Aramaic. Now the Aramaic, if you want to say it in Aramaic, kakra lakutu. Lakutu labam labam.
Kakra lakutu.
Lakutu labam labam. Now in Latin, in Arabic, when we say labam, it means feed the people.
Labam.
Labam. It's not like if you can't bring it to you like a bam, will be like you are bamming the person. No. But in there is feed the people.
Interesting.
Now, Jesus Christ fed people.
So that could mean that the guy on GH1, Lantam Lambam.
Yeah.
So that means his name is feed the people, feed the people,
feed the people. His name is Lantam Lambam. If they say Lantam, if you take it to the Arabic, it means that Lantam, feed the people. Yes. So
I have sat here and listened to you rant a lot. Let me make some few corrections. I believe we were said to be historians. I got my degree in history from the very prestigious University of Ghana. on campus. But from the way you are talking,
you have your degree from the University of Ghana. You want to come and do history
Legon.
with somebody that got his degree Ethiopia. Do you know the genesis of Ethiopia?
And I believe you also experienced things firsthand. You didn't even read them.
was there. I was there first-hand information that I saw Jesus Christ with my eye, naked eye, sharing food to people. And you have gone to read theory.
So which university told you that Aramaic is an Italian language?
Nobody said Italian.
Told you that, that's not you.
No, I said that it is a language that came from Spanish.
And who said it's a language that came from Spanish?
Do you know Professor Samuel Lakoya? When you were studying history?
Is that a name?
No, I believe it's a very simple question. He's asking where, if you could just, so that we can move on.
I don't.
Okay, you don't know Lakoya.
I get tired when people who are not learned.
No, Professor, we are sorry. Please educate us.
You see, we are talking about something that came from something. Now, when something is coming from something, it means that they were at tete-a-tete.
That is true.
The word tete-a-tete came from Ashanti language. Nitini ati.
Oh, wow. Jesus.
Utinati.
Let's go back to daily graphic. It said 3 days to general election, zero tolerance for violence. We are not discussing this, but I brought it inside so that you know that sharing of food started with Jesus Christ. So if today people are sharing food to people, what is So give me a word. What is wrong with that? I want a deep word, please. What is a word that can replace deep? What is wrong?
Please just say it in Latin language.
Please don't do that. I want a word, please. I'm sweating. Give me a word, please. If you don't give me a word, I will not go.
Fundamental
exclamations. He used one historian word, and I like you for this one. We share food for people to get the eyesight, the insight, the in-depth, and the proclamation of the human intestine. Now tell me, if somebody is hungry and the person is going to vote and the person falls down and dies, whose fault?
Well, that would not be. In fact, I'm wondering where that will be. Let me come to Leonora. Yes, Leonora, what do you think happens?
So you see, I think the reason why people go to the police stations in the afternoon is because they want to feed at home first.
So they want to eat at home before they go.
Exactly. So they don't fall, as dear historian is saying.
But in this case, they are saying that food is being shared. So what is wrong with it? So people can go and then quickly, go about their business. So when you go and there's food, there's no need to waste time at home. So you can just go and eat over there.
So it was just as our dear gentleman said.
Yes, Mr. Lickens.
It's been there years ago. And it was done by our dear historian here, where he shared ice kinky. It means that it's not new in the system. It's something that has been there from time immemorial. So if today they are sharing food, there's nothing new under the sun.
So there's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing new under the sun.
No, I don't understand where this conversation is headed and where it is even coming from.
It obviously came from here.
We are talking about election. How does this have a bearing with Jesus Christ sharing food?
Somebody should be in prison because they've shared food and person has gotten something to eat. My brother, do you know how careless we can be as human beings if we don't feed ourselves? What is food? Will food change somebody's voting line?
Okay, so let me know what you think. Should food be shared at the election centers? Personally, I think it should. They can set up a small mini restaurant or maybe a chop bar at the site.
You are voting. You will not see the person that you are voting for.
And I think
around 4 years.
I think it's a good thing.
There should be
so
a
buffet.
There should be a buffet at the polling station.
One will be here, one will be there.
Vote and come and eat and go home.
Brilliant. I think it's a brilliant thing where you now treat the electorates like kings.
Pamper them.
Pamper them. That is what you have to do.
Immaculate.
Beautiful. Now, next story.
So Nana, there's a tale of issues happening at 2 polling stations. And then we have the Sakura Junction. The polling station at Sakura Junction in Kumasi, the agents were seen scratching their heads at 7 a.m. as fewer than 5 people had shown up. The presiding officer, Mr. Kwame Anto Dabi, lamented. Even the Stones have boycotted this election.
Wow.
We had to go around knocking on doors, asking if people were still interested in Ghana's elections. In contrast, the ever-competitive Ahimfie ward in Takoradi brought back the vintage election vibe. By 5 a.m., the queue had already stretched across 3 streets. One voter, Mamiesi, boasted, "My bucket has been representing me since 2008. I'm not about to lose my polling station championship streak."
Wow. Wow. So let me start off with you, Mr. Lickens.
Leke.
Okay. Sir Lickens.
Seleke.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
So, Sir Lickens, we're talking about people not showing up. Is it a cause for concern? Is it voter apathy? What do you think would be a cause of that?
So I would like to first of all start by saying that prima facie, if you look at the video that is being shown, you realize that it's not that the people don't come or they are not coming, but there is something called fundamental representative governance, where if you cannot go somewhere as a person, as a human anatomy, you can represent or what it's called sharing your franchise to somebody, and you can choose to give it to a human being or give it to a bucket or give it to a stone. Fundamental representative governance. So if I decide that I will give my vote to my stone to sit there and wait for me at 6 a.m. while I cook to eat and get satisfied before I come and vote, there's no problem with that. I think it's a good thing.
Do you think it's a good
It doesn't mean that they are not turning up. It means that they are using what? The fundamental what?
Representative
governance.
Governance.
System.
Okay. Prof.
Yeah.
What do you make of this happening?
People using things to represent them during voting is something that we have encountered before. It's not strange. You know, in the early days before 1915 BC, it happened. And we should even thank God that they are using stone buckets and worn out car tires. What will happen? What will you do if you hear people using chamber pots?
Wow, I have actually never thought about that.
Thank you very much.
No, it's
Like, are you talking about
think properly.
empty chamber pots?
We think properly.
Chamber
Chamber
pots.
pots.
Have you gone to meet somebody using chamber pots?
No,
that
wait,
they've kept something in it for 4 days
Chamber pot.
and it's in the queue. Will you go and take it away?
Is it that you have never used the chamber pots? Or you are discriminating against people who use chamber pots?
I
Discrimination.
would exercise my constitutional right not to incriminate myself on this matter.
Because I find it a little strange, Sir Lickens. I find it strange
And you?
that we are talking about chamber pots here, and you are discriminating against people who use chamber pots. What are you trying to tell me?
I'm saying not on national TV and in public.
Okay.
Let me quote something
Professor,
about.
it's okay.
Let me quote something about the usage of items to represent people when
Okay.
they are voting. And I quote this one from the Williams of William Benton Sidney Heyman book of the lives of William Benton.
Okay.
Now his life, when we talk about the person who first used an item to represent him during an election, his name is what? William Benton.
Okay.
Ben.
Okay. Well, you're learning something, ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen.
William Benton.
You are learning something.
He's the first human
William
being.
Benton was the first person
Yes.
to use
An
something to represent himself before an election.
Yes.
So instead of going himself, he used maybe a stone or something else to represent himself. His name is William Benton. Please write it down. You're learning something.
And he used a dildo
He used a
Jesus.
Prof.
to represent him. And the dildo was on. So when they got there, the dildo was
No. Listen. I cannot sit here as a learned counsel and be listening to such profanity on national TV. What are you talking about?
Are you a man of God?
What are you talking about? What is the context that you are using?
I'm quoting him.
Show us the word that is.
Prof.
I'm coming.
Selikins, please.
This is
No,
page.
I find it. Prof, hold on. I find this a little pretentious.
Yeah.
I find it a little, should I say, hypocritical.
I have met
that
it like
you would be
before.
here and say that this is profanity and you have a problem with it.
You see, when
your name is Selikins.
You see, you come on, you lick small children, and then you come and say that.
No. I cannot.
I think, Prof, he's actually
I will
small
retract my.
No,
small children.
you can't say that.
When the children are eating, they will go and take the food.
You can't say that.
You eat. You see, those days that when your children are eating, you go and take their food.
Prof,
My name is Leke.
I don't know. Are you?
Leke.
I do not know whether you are necessarily. Do you relate Funny Face?
Funny Face, he's an ancestor. He has come into this world before and he went and he's back. So right now he's confused a bit.
Are you confused as well?
I'm not confused. I am coming back to what I call reincarnation of the incarnated Kanye.
Okay.
Now let's go on.
Let's go on.
Now I quote William Benton, the first human being ever to use an item to represent. He said that in page 191 in his book, paragraph 89. He said, when I was 27 years old, he had been propelled into central position at the head of one of the Rockefeller's great philanthropies, the Lawrence Spelman Memorial Fund, with a $74 million endowment. The traditional object of Rockefeller philanthropy had previously been. So I will not quote it. I will jump straight to page 372. He said an intelligence section should be created within the human department. Then I come back and then I find old
Wow.
Now why do I find this money?
No.
His book. A foreigner writes a book and you find old currency.
As
What
a
does it
historian.
mean? It means that don't go and pay human beings to go and represent you in a queue. But instead of paying people that will become bribery, use items. I rest my case.
Can you show us the words? We want to see the context.
You want to see the context of what I read?
Yes.
Elegance.
I have closed the book. We can't trace it back.
I think for the purposes of education, we have to know
Where he read.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
Where
much.
he
we
read.
need references.
Okay,
exactly.
Prof,
Why do you people go to school?
Because Prof, you mentioned that
book is
he
there.
used a dildo
Yeah.
to represent himself.
Oh, you want to hear about the dude representing himself?
We want to know the
Give
year.
us the context.
I think
Because
Leonora is
I don't know
particularly
when dildos
interested in
came.
dildos. Leonora is interested in the dildos.
Let me give it.
Please,
When people ask something like this, it means that they want to know.
Of course. You are interested in the dildos, aren't you?
Yeah, of course.
You like
of
dildos?
course. No, I want
Do
to
you
know
know
the year
it
it came.
started in the year 1415 AD? Allo Domini
And dildos
were in existence. It was first found in the desert, the Saharan desert. When the disciples were passing, the woman that was having the issue of blood, she saw the first.
No. We cannot accept this. No.
What do you mean? Do you have any information that is
Tell us
contrary
if you
to
have
this?
any. Do you know when judo started? Do you know?
I mean, if you have
want to
any
say it.
facts that contradicts this, please, we are welcome to
I was
learning.
never taught about dildos in history class.
You learned the surface of history. We went deep into the.
You went dildo.
My brother,
Into
we
the
deep
history.
down below, and then we found dildo. The woman with the issue of blood, when he touched Jesus Christ, he said that somebody has touched me.
Yeah.
Because he has already touched the dildo in the desert. It was blasphemy. How can a fellow human being touch someone and say that you have touched me? Because she has touched something that should not be touched.
I'm trying to think about it, and I think it is making a lot of sense.
Thank you.
It is making a lot of sense, and I'm sure if you're out there, you're watching us, you're learning a thing or two.
And
It's election theater.
I'm on fire.
I can see that.
Because when I get my books and I remember the things that I've learned, then I'm getting mad. That people will come here and try to pilferate or find holes in the things that I have done, I have learned, which I call it in proverbial Latin, popacum.
Proverbial Latin.
Yeah. Now we have.
From which syllabus?
You see, he doesn't know proverbial Latin. You know Latin.
I mean, it's
But
Latin.
We have proverbial Latin. We have
So
Latin.
what is the meaning of that word you just
He just said it.
Popatum.
What does it mean?
It means don't pour paper into something to
You should be sued.
sued for what? Do you know the word, the meaning of
You
word?
should be sued.
Do you know that when the word sued was used for the first time in the history of this world?
You will say 1814 AD.
Gentlemen, let's go.
In 1814 AD. In 1814 AD,
Prof.
the word sued was used by someone who was sitting on a seesaw. He sit on it and he said, "I will see."
So you
seesaw,
sued.
see, and then he
Sued.
sued the people. Then a lawyer was passing, he picked it. Said, "I will sue you."
Wow.
That's
very deep. Leonora, what other stories do you have for us?
I'm actually learning a lot.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Yeah, and then we have some election analysts who are wondering why there's a low turn at the station. Sorry. Why there's a low turn at the polling stations this morning.
And what are they saying?
And then they came up with a variety of factors. The first one they say is breakfast first, ballot later. So many voters reportedly opted to finish their heavy breakfast before heading to the polls. A young man at the Dome Bridge polling station quipped, "How can I queue?"
Do you mean Dome? Okay, it's Dome. Okay, all right. No problem. If it's Dome, please, Dome.
Please, I think Prof will explain to you
Prof will
how
tell us the history of the name.
Dome
Yes,
to Dome.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So at the Dome or Dome Bridge polling station quipped, "How can I queue on an empty stomach? Am I voting for hunger?"
That's very deep.
So deep.
That's very deep.
So deep. But they came up with other varieties.
Please go on.
And the second one says that after years of repeated promises, voters seem less enthusiastic about making the first move. A retiree in Cape Coast explained, "When they are done promising us heaven and earth, they will still give us potholes and water shortages. So why the rush?"
Okay. So right now people are not in a rush.
Not at all.
Beautiful. Because the value is the same?
Exactly.
Okay.
The third one says that social media is also to blame, with several young voters filming videos captioned, "Me deciding whether to vote or just stay in bed." Basically, they came up with these three varieties.
Prof.
Yeah.
So you heard them. They are talking about, are they going to vote for hunger?
Yeah.
What is the rush in going to vote early? Tell us, why is it important to vote early?
Let me first of all talk about the low turnout that you are talking about.
Okay.
A lot of Ghanaians are having low libido.
What has that got to do with low turnout?
I don't even know.
Low libido, low turnout. My brother.
Prof, are you talking about is that a personal situation? Is this
No,
something
I'm talking about Ghanaians in general.
So how does
But
low
is it
libido-
a personal experience?
I have experienced things before, but I have never experienced low libido before.
Okay.
Because if you experience a low libido, you understand that it accounts and it juxtaposes with the word low turnout.
No. You can't throw dust into our eyes. I am a learned historian, for crying out loud. You cannot come and sit here and throw dust into our eyes.
I am not
How does
doubting.
libido affect turnout, voter turnout?
That's where I come in and I give you the first human being in 1840 AD. He said, his name is Samuel Wilkinson.
What did he say?
He said that low turnout does not mean that people will not go and vote. But they thinking about the frustrations and the difficulties that they've gone through in this life propels them to turn out low.
Someone what?
Wilkinson.
What's the
He's a British scholar. And I'm giving you the reason why the reason why we came about this.
Spell Samuel Wilkinson.
Samuel
I'll
Wilkinson.
Google right now.
Google
Yes.
it. You know the word, the spelling of Samuel.
Yes, Samuel.
Yes. So the Wilkinson is WPGHYFY. If you are able to find it, then you are a deep scholar.
No, you spelled Wepit
Yeah.
but you are pronouncing Wilkinson or something.
Because it came out of the word pit fire.
But I'm intrigued. You are talking about the low turnouts, and now they went into the reasoning behind the low turnout.
Yeah.
People are saying, why do they have to go there early?
Exactly.
What is the point of going early
Exactly.
when if you go there, you're not going to get anything in return?
Yeah.
You must as well just stay at home and enjoy. When you have the time, you go and vote.
You see what we spoke about, the problem that is bringing. If they had served buffet at every filling station, polling station, you think that people will turn out low?
So you see, this is why I sometimes I enjoy having conversations with you. This is solution-based conversation, and this is what we have right here on Election Theatre. We give you the practical solutions. So go on our YouTube channel, that is Liezer-Legacy Productions on YouTube. Go there right now, subscribe, like, share. Let your friends know that we give you, in fact, practical-based solutions to the problems. So, like we're saying, if people are not turning up early, find something to attract them. attracts them. And as you've heard from the prof, get what? Buffet. What buffet? Just give us an example.
Now, this buffet, because it's an election, let's get food of the gods.
Okay.
Eto. Upper
Prensa.
You get something like Diehu.
Pepri.
Pepri or something like that.
Queen. Beautiful.
If these traditional foods are there, which Ghanaian will not go there?
Only the gods will go.
Did you do history?
I mean, I'm a student. You
are learning I'm very flabbergasted by someone who says he's a historian but doesn't know the deep things that goes on.
I mean, that is what in Ghana. That is what happens. A lot of people
you are
put titles on themselves.
You are throwing dust into the eyes of our listeners and our viewers, and you are saying you are talking about my credibility as a historian
because
you mentioned something. Even AI does not recognize the name.
We didn't address
Dummy and Dome, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Dummy, that's Dummy. Do you know where Dummy is?
Dummy Kwabenya.
You
know where a former MP Adjuasa.
Domes. The people of Dummy were staying in domes.
Like when we talk about domes, these are like igloos. Small domes, like igloos.
Yes. Now, in the olden days, before 1814 AD. Now, I use 1814 all the time. You think that I don't know what I'm doing.
Yes.
The 1840, the things that happened in this world.
That particular year. Was it 12 months?
1840 alone had 87 days. 67 months.
Wow. That was a special year.
It's a year of... The year was entangling people. That year.
Okay, so let's move to the next story.
I'm giving you the dome.
We'll come back to it.
I don't finish the dome.
Okay, you want to talk about the dome? Okay, finish the dome.
So, the Dome people in the whole place was water. Those who know Dome very well.
Of course, when you build your house, water is
water.
Yeah.
So, it was one man, a Ghanaian, who hails from water region. Papa Domra. His name is Domra.
Is he connected to the Kwabenya man too?
Kwabenya Domra.
Okay.
So he came and he said that let's put something that looks like a demon.
A demon.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the olden days, they had something black that they used to sleep in. It's called demon roof.
Okay.
So there's demon. The people there were not able to pronounce the word demon. Gradually, the demon turned into Domi.
Okay. Okay.
Then they came to meet one Ghana man who, before they came, he was staying under the water. Then he came out one day, he brought his head up. He said that, Domi. And then...
Oh.
Go on.
Nana. Yeah. At this point, I think...
I hear say the ECE print the ballot papers for back plenty.
And how do you
Oh. Yes, sir. Where at all did you hear these feelers from? Or you get some rumors out for your phone, Tom?
Boss man. I won't do smoke on one side. I ask myself.
Easy. They catch the election that you just stuff one box inside, then they take paper your own candidate. Yes. That fresh, fresh at all. Fresh.
How? My brother, it's not true. Ghana is one of the few countries where the Electoral Commission actually prints ballot papers within the country. Even Nigeria and Kenya, even them, they don't print their ballot papers locally. That tells you Ghana has made progress, eh?
Hey, you sure? How do you ensure it is fair and transparent?
Good question, my brother. Look, in the interest of fairness, transparency, and accountability, you have political party agents, police service, and the National Intelligence Bureau. They all observe a 24-hour vigilance on the entire process of printing and packing of ballot papers.
What about the ballot papers themselves? Are they genuine?
All
So
ballot
rush to
papers are
Compute Ghana
printed
now. The
with
promo runs from now
official
till
numbers
the
printed
end
on them.
of December.
And so if any
Visit
new ballot papers
ComputeGhana.com
show up on election
or call
day
them on
without these official serial numbers, then you know they are fake. You understand? In addition to that, you should know that immediately the ballots are printed, before they are packed, these official serial numbers are recorded for all the ballot papers that are issued to the regions, to the district, to the constituency, and to the polling station. And they are signed by all the political party representatives.
Oh, master, you know be true. Then if you print them secretly for night.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is impossible, my brother. It is impossible. Remember that the political party representatives, the security agencies, and the international observers are keeping a close eye 24-hour vigilance on the entire process. In fact, they have their own way of ensuring that their representatives do not even fall asleep, or they have other personnel who come to replace them, so that every second of the process is under critical surveillance. Secondly, when the printed ballot papers are to be moved to the armory, listen, the entire team is following it very, very vigilantly. In fact, they ensure that there's 24-hour surveillance on the entire process. In fact, moving it from the print house through to every region, every constituency, every district, and every police station as well. Also, remember that on election day, the Electoral Commission will show a clearly transparent empty ballot box to everyone as proof that no extra ballot papers have already been put in the ballot box. All the ballot papers that are printed
in 2008 as well. Look at this. In 2004,
and even the spoiled ones are recorded by all the political party agents, international observers as well. So in fact, if you take the total number of ballot papers that were used and you add to that which was unused and you add to the spoiled ballots, it should be equal to the total number of ballot papers that were issued.
Hey, then this is serious work. Oh.
I tell you, my brother, this is how we ensure that the entire electoral process is fair, is transparent, and is truly accountable.
Ghana, for when the ballot papers are packaged, every political party has their seal on it. Look, the process is monitored all the way. It is Frenchim. Everybody make Iredo. Nobody they sleep at all. From Kankan to Kankan 24/7. The EC they work. 2024 elections. No libilibi, no labalaba. It be Frenchim. It be clean. No kululu.
All right, so you're welcome back to the Election Theatre right here on Youth TV, and of course streaming live on YouTube. That is Liezer-Legacy Productions channel. Subscribe, share, comment. Let us know what you think. I've received a few comments over here, and I'm going to be sharing some of the comments that you have sent. So please send in your comments. Let us know what you think. Have you voted? Who have you voted for? Yes, that's what here we ask. We don't do secret ballots. So we'll ask you, who have you voted for? Who do you think is winning? Why Neberry? Why Neberry? Very, very important, because Oria Ebesel, very necessary. And we'll also be talking about the campaign songs. You know, you heard all the campaign songs right from 92 up until now. Let us know which campaign song is the best campaign song you have heard. We'll be playing the campaign songs for this particular election season, and we will vote for the best campaign song. So you let us know which one you think is the best. Now let me go on to some of the messages that you have sent on our page. And this one, give me a second. Okay. I can't, who message no? Okay. So this one says, this one is from Obed Brian. Not a man who send the message. Only men are sending the messages. Why? Obed Brian. Please, where can I get the encyclopedia you are using? Prof, Obed is asking. I'll actually, you can respond to them.
Oh, okay.
And then Kwapunewa says, nice for making my day. You guys are fantastic. And then Efo says, Obed Brian, he has a bookshop. And Efo also continues, General, you were not born by then. Wow, this is an attack on your credibility.
Yeah.
This is an attack on your credibility.
It's, people that they don't want to learn.
And then Legend Papilo says, election theater, you are the best. And he says, item 13 is here. This won't be serious, I know. Wow. That is, I don't know why you think that. I don't know why you think that. Is Ghana a serious country? Think about it. This is exactly what you get. This is what Ghana TV should be like because of the kind of country we have. This should be how it should be. Okay, so now let's go back. Let's come back to you, Leonora, and give us. Do you have more stories for us?
Oh, of course.
Please take us away.
Things are heating up, and now polling agents are speaking out.
Okay.
So one volunteer said that we know our people. By 10 a.m., the fried rice vendors and sachet water sellers will wake everyone up. Another agent added, the early morning drama is part of Ghana's election tradition. Today's reduced turnout is like jollof without pepper. Something feels off, but the taste is still there.
Now, what are they trying to say?
So what they are trying to say is that by 10 a.m., even if you are sleeping, you will hear, yes, pure water.
Yay, wait, ice.
And that will wake you up.
Enjoy ice waiter.
Exactly. And that will wake you up. And even though the whole election...
And if you're in Brunei, you know, those in the secondary school, in the universities, Brunei, you hear, tea bread, buy Thai bread, sugar bread.
Oh, you mentioned the name Brunei. Do you know that Brunei was a historian?
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. Leonardo Brunei, he lived between 1370 to 1444. And this one, you can Google it. I'm serious.
I'll do you the honors. I'll Google it.
Google Leonardo. No. Google Leonardo Brunei.
Spell Brunei. Spell Brunei. Spell Brunei.
Okay. So that is what they wake up to.
Exactly. And others are also saying that the election is looking like jollof without pepper. It's not as heated as it has been over the years.
That is Nigerian jollof.
But then
jollof without pepper is Nigerian jollof.
But you see, they are saying that the taste is still the same. Because at the end of the day, people will still step out to vote.
Jollof without pepper, the taste is the same. Sister, I already jollof at Mekodimda. No, have you eaten jollof that pepper is not inside before? Please.
Well, that's what they are saying.
If I let me come to you, Selikins. Jollof without pepper. How is that they say?
First of all, let me apologize to my learned colleague. I doubted his credibility. Leonardo Brunei is actually an Italian humanist historian, a statesman.
Listen, I am burning with facts.
Please,
so I don't just come and make.
Before I clap, let me check.
You check Leonardo.
No, let me check. I don't like it.
I don't just mention names. I know my people.
1370 to 1444.
And what did I say? Didn't I say 1444?
No.
Wow.
I said it. I gave you the year that.
Wow. No, please. I don't. No, producers. I want you to go online, please. Go on Google. Wherever you are, go and check Leonardo Brunei. We are trying to tell you that the people we bring here are credible people. People of credibility. They are competent people. People who know what they are about. You see? They know exactly what they are about. We are not talking about just common people we pick on the streets. These are competent historians who have lived and they have experienced history. Please, if you doubt it, go and check who Leonardo Brunei is. Go and check. Check. Just Google it right now. What? Fact. Prof.
Notwithstanding, this has been.
You are amazing. Chairman, don't notwithstand.
Don't notwithstand. Made here.
Selikins.
This is the only factual statement he has made.
Selikins, we beg you. Prof.
Yes, my
Can we
brother.
continue?
Continue, please.
Okay, Selikins. Now back to you.
Jollof with pepper, jollof without pepper.
Yes, that is what you'll be answering now. Just jollof tis.
Because
we know who is credible. We know the credible one here.
Because of Leonardo Brunei.
Who have you given us? Who have you given us right now?
I'll give you.
Give us jollof. Just give us a jollof with pepper. You have eaten jollof before?
Yes.
Okay, tell us jollof with pepper.
Jollof with pepper, jollof without pepper. Now I think that The one with pepper is much more better. It gives that, taste. It's like you are eating something without rubber. You don't feel the taste. But when you are eating something without the rubber, you feel the taste. But with the rubber, you don't feel the taste. So jollof with pepper and jollof without pepper, I think I'll choose jollof with what? Pepper. Juxtaposing it to eating something with rubber and without rubber. Thank you very much.
Eating something like what exactly?
That one we have to ask the historian that talked about the advent of dodo. Yeah.
Well, true.
Prof.
Yeah.
Do you have any contributions here?
About eating jollof
Yes,
with
eating
pepper
jollof.
and
Yes,
one
without
without pepper.
pepper.
Let me quickly help you and your viewers. In 1814 AD,
Prof, if you do not mind, this book you've been opening.
yeah,
You have
That is a company law book.
You have opened this book and everything is in here.
Company law, and you are talking about history.
Wow.
is
Opening company law.
This is the book you need.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
and as a matter of fact, because the book contains a lot, I brought 2
Wow.
of the same kind.
The same book.
They said if you want to tap the depth of knowledge of a person, measure him with the number of books that he has read.
Wow. Prof,
It doesn't mean go and read a lot of books, but you can read one book and buy a lot of them and keep it in your house.
by the same. Okay, so Prof, jollof without pepper.
Now, let me first of all even take you to who brought the word jollof.
Okay.
Jollof.
Jollof. Jollof.
His name is John Ruff.
John Ruff. Okay.
John Ruff was a Ghanaian British.
Okay.
In tree, when I take it, Oyensuba.
It's an absolute lie.
You know Suba. You know
There
Suba.
is no John Ruff.
You don't know
Anyway,
John
there is
Ruff.
no John Ruff.
You have not gotten there. When you get there in history,
the
you
same
learn.
place I found Leonardo Brunei is
Yeah.
the same place I've looked for what John.
So then why are you doubting him when he says there's you know
I'm taking it from
when
the
you
source.
check, it wasn't
The source
no,
that we
it's
said
funny.
he was
You see,
credible from.
it's
is
funny.
the same source that is discrediting him.
you see Selikins. You see what you are doing
It's
is a
leaky.
little
It's leaky. I would take offense in this. I don't do this thing on a regular. If you say Selikins again, I will take offense. We have to respect
When
ourselves
people
here.
are not learned, they are quick to remove their coat.
you see it is very true.
When people
Because
are not learned,
it should be a battle
and
of words.
And quote me in the year 2024.
People
When
are not-
people are not learned,
They are quick to
to
remove-
remove their coats.
That's true.
Write it in your books.
Just
let it go into archives.
And Tokwari Fruwa na Tony there.
And that's what to me. But if you are learned, you don't fight physical, you fight with words. And I can give him one word to fight him.
Give him one.
Nincompoop.
Wow. I'm blown away, Prof.
My brother, where was I before? I was talking about the history of Jolof.
Yes, John Ruff.
Now, John Ruff discovered Jolof. He is in Suba. When I say in Suba, somebody that they say river child. You are a bit doubting that when I say
Yes, I was
how is he a half Ghanaian, half
British and also in Suba.
In the year 12 AD BC. Now I'm combining two eras together. One river from Atim Apradi was flowing through London, and then the London river caught the Apradi river and slipped.
Yeah, you are mocking your own history.
I'm giving you the London River caught the river from a party and slept. Now, there was a river from Germany who was seeing the same thing. He saw the whole thing like a first-hand information. He said, "Emamunya rough." Charlie, I'm bending with.
I'm getting it now. It's coming together.
It's coming together.
It's coming together.
So the river from Germany, and that's where I bring in.
But what is the name of the river from Germany?
The river from Germany.
Yeah.
It is called Grants.
Grants.
Yes.
Okay, Grants.
German, du musst haben yourself carve along the turban. Lemat out autumn. Zit Zimala.
Heimlich.
So that is Latin.
This is German.
No. Oh, come on,
my brother.
Come on.
You are
dragging us back. You are
going back. You are slow. You are
dragging.
You are worrying my intelligence.
No, Sir Lekins, you are dragging us.
Come with me, Flo. Come home.
Explain the words you used.
This Kranks River saw what was happening between the Ghanaian river from Apradi and the river from London having an affair. So, and I'm on your rough. Because Germans, most of us have car, velum the turban. If I say this, it means that Germans understood tree because they were already relating with Ashantis. So the London River took it. The Apradi River took it, and then the London River brought it. It's a John Rough. The moment they gave birth to him and he fell in the river, they left him. So now, as a small boy, what will you eat?
Jolof.
Then we came back to the Bible. He said, if the birds in the air, God feeds them, what about you human beings? So Jolof from heaven came. And then the boy caught it. He looked at it and they started eating the thing. Now this is where we bring in pepper in Jolof. When he was eating the thing, there was no pepper. He said, maybe follow me. I need something
so
that
the heaven Jolof wasn't very nice.
The heaven Jolof is nice, but heaven they don't eat pepper.
Wow. This is first-hand information you are getting. What happens in pepper? What happens in heaven, not what happens in pepper. But like I'm saying, I believe because
there was one angel.
There's no beer.
Do you know that there was one angel that his name came once and we never heard of him again? Angel DeLong. He brought the Jolof.
From that,
God has sent you. Bring the Jolof to the young boy, and he took the meat and he chewed it. So God made him vanish.
Angel DeLong.
That's why we don't hear his name again in the Bible.
But I understand because you see pepper and beer. See, when you're eating, you want to
the history of beer.
No, we'll get that. So I'm just putting two and two together.
Yeah.
That's why they say heaven there's no beer. But they forgot to add there's no beer.
Come close to you to deliver the message to your ears and your eyes. If they eat pepper
and beer,
God is so wise. God is too wise.
You're making me believe in God again.
My brother, come back home. God is the one true God. When angel the Lord God vanished because of what he did, do you know where he appeared?
Where did he appear?
Burundi.
That same angel?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now he's begging to go back
to heaven.
But there's something in the atmosphere that we call tentacles. When he goes and hit the tentacles and come back. And before he gets back to heaven, he needs to do something that I will show him later.
Okay.
We are learning, my brother.
Yes, we are.
This is history.
Let's hold on to that. If you want more of this, if you want more of the history, want more of the history of Jolof, where John Rough became Jolof, please just stay here. We'll come back to that. Let me come back to you, Lenora. What other stories do you have for us?
Nana, in fact, I'm learning a lot today. I'm overwhelmed.
You must be.
I'm so excited.
Did you know about Angel DeLong?
Not at all.
You wouldn't.
Nobody
knows.
My first time, in fact.
Nobody knows.
This is my very first time learning all these things. Prof, thank you very much.
You are welcome, my daughter.
So
so should we let Sir Lekins go?
Oh no!
Allow him.
In fact,
he should be here and learn.
Yeah.
Okay.
We also need to hear his side of the.
No, we don't.
He doesn't have any side.
He doesn't have a side. We are okay.
He is sitting here. You see, in history, we call something. Leave him. He is sitting here as a human being.
Leave him.
But his spirit is hovering around. He is not himself.
Yes, the next story.
There have been two significant things that have been recognized with election days, especially with Ghanaians here in Ghana. And one of these things is the go and eat strategy. And this is something a lot of Ghanaians actually use on election day.
What about you?
The first one is that they wake up, they secure a spot with a random object, go home, eat, nap, and just return before noon miraculously to reclaim their spot. Did you get my point?
And explain again.
Come again.
So they go, they eat, they sleep.
No, they go, they use objects to secure their spots, go home.
Like the dildo we mentioned earlier.
Exactly. They go home, eat, sleep, and then wake up. And as soon as they get to the spot, they want to miraculously go and vote. Because according to them,
they were there first.
Exactly. So the second strategy is the disappearing act.
Okay.
At a polling station in the Northeast region, some voters reportedly dropped items to reserve spots, only to vanish entirely.
They won't come again.
Poll officials were left wondering, did they vote spiritually or physically? So these are the two strategies.
Interesting.
One comes, leave something, go home, come back to miraculously vote, and then the second one vanishes.
They just vanish and they don't appear again. Wow. Let's move on to the next story.
Maybe that could be like ghost voters, you know.
Oh yes, I mean in Ghana, we have a lot of, when it comes to ghost stuff here in Ghana. Ghosts names, ghost voters, ghost. I think we have to come by and then you give us the history when it comes to ghost names and ghost voters.
Yeah. When we talk about the history of ghosts, then I want to quote my learned friend who lived between 1392 BC to 1436 BC. He said his name is Flavio Boindo. And he has, we call it ghosticism. Ghosticism. Prof. Yes.
What they try me?
I'm giving you the
let me talk to St. Lekins. St. Lekins, when it comes to ghost names, ghost voters, what is your experience with this?
I remember in the same year, around the same time, 1814, there was a guy.
1814, were you there?
Well, we learned history class.
Okay, that's the right
history class in Lagos. There was a guy called Achigli Miglaji Jometokpo Omota Higlio Arize Abalaga Limo Ulana Espate 1. That guy. He was the first guy to do what my learned.
Please quote again for me. I need this quote for something. You said what?
You see, this is where credibility comes in.
No, we
don't even know that name.
So say the name again.
Just help me. Come back.
Achigli Miglaji Jometokpo Omota Higlio Arize Abalaga Limo Ulana Espate.
I wanted him to mention it because he combined two different languages, Voltarian language and then Nigerian language, which the Voltarians and the Nigerians have something in common, but they didn't hurry up and the Ghanaians took it.
You know your history.
That is why the Ghanaian people, they eat kwekwe and they dance backwards. It's the Voltarians who dance backwards. Who did the Togbe Agokoli when they were dancing.
And they were walking
back. Imagine Shatawale was there and then they were dancing backwards. The chief is asleep. He said, run away. He said, I'm dancing backwards to run. Will Shatawale watch you to dance backwards and go?
No way.
So you come back, I will take you through.
Okay.
So that man, he was the first person to have experienced, you see, the right word is ghostism. But you see, because he went to one of the public universities in Ethiopia, he doesn't know how to pronounce it.
So are you saying that people who went to public schools are not good?
It is not.
We have talking about. Why are you throwing shots at us?
The director we have ghostism, and then we have ghostism.
Okay.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Now, the study of deep ghost
is ghostism.
And the study of
shallow ghost
is ghostism.
Okay.
Get the difference.
So continue.
Okay, I've gotten the difference now. So that guy was the first person to have experienced that syndrome. Now, this is how it happened. It was an early August Monday morning. As usual, after Sunday rituals to the gods, he has to go home and sleep. However, he had a revelation from the gods. And the gods told him that Achigli Migaji. He said, yes, my lord. He said, yes, my lord. And they told him that go to the polling station spiritually and register your name multiple times. Because we, the gods, are behind you. So we are voting with you as an electoral college. So obviously, the gods, their spirit came as ghosts, and then they merged with Achigli Migaji, and then they went to vote as an electoral college. Do you know
what did they vote for?
We are talking about the history. We're not talking about the election.
For?
They voted for the person who stood for the election that time.
Who did they vote for?
They voted.
Okay.
They voted. When the gods vote, can you see what the gods is? Secret balloting. Can you see the gods vote?
If you remove the mushroom, then you show the mountain.
What is
that? You can't just leave the thing bare. Who did he vote for? The gods. Who did they vote for?
When the gods vote, we can't see. We are mortal men. We can't see the gods vote. It's secret balloting.
So that is where
you don't know.
That is where the ghostism came from.
And okay. So you heard, ladies and gentlemen, this is your election theater. Of course, if you're tuned in, this is Youth TV. My name is NGO. And you're also tuned into Liezer-Legacy Productions on YouTube. If you haven't, go there, subscribe, and watch us live as we give you live updates on Election Day. This is Ghana Decides 2024. This is between NPP and NDC and the rest. Yes. Let me come to you, Leonora.
So at this point...
Yeah, okay, so before that, they said there's a race to the Jubilee House. This is what is happening. There's what? A press conference? Yes, there's a press conference by the EC. Yes. They are assuring everybody that so far, so good. Everything is going as planned. Everything is going well. If they are going to mark themselves, they'll mark themselves around 95%. It is so far been free and fair. So far, so good. That is what the EC is saying. But what are we also saying in the studios? We will go live to our people on the grounds because we don't trust them. Our people are the ones we trust. So we will go live to the grounds and they will tell us what is actually happening. As for these ones, they are just things that you see on the surface. But the deep stories, what is happening underground, we have spies who are there seeing exactly what is happening, and they will tell you. All right, stay tuned right here on Election Theatre. Leonora.
So after all has been said and done, one voter just decided to sum up everything, and according to this voter, he said, whether it's my bucket, my stone, or my slippers in the queue, one thing is certain: Ghana will vote today. We are just running a Ghana man time. But the day is young, and like every Ghanaian election, the real action starts small time. Stay tuned.
All right, so like you heard, thank you very much, Leonora. Thank you very much, Prof.
Yeah.
We say a big thank you to Leonora with news updates over there, and of course, Sir Lickings. We say thank you as well. We'll be going to the grounds, like I told you. We'll be speaking to our special reporter, who is on the grounds right now. He is telling us, in fact, he has been there since 6 a.m. Was it 6? No. I'm told he was there from 4 or 3 a.m. He saw exactly what has happened right from that time up until now, and he is still there. He has counted every single voter. He knows his stuff. This person is a man on the grounds for us. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to connect to Putogo. Putogo, can you hear me?
Hello, I can hear you.
Yeah, Putogo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yes, Putogo. You are currently on the grounds, on the field. Where exactly are you? Tell us what is happening exactly where you are.
So I am outside and then nothing is happening. I'm outside.
You are outside, nothing is happening.
Yeah, I'm outside, yeah.
Yes, we know you are outside. Of course, that's what we did. We decided to deploy you to one of the polling stations. In fact, all over the country to tell us exactly what is happening. Describe, give us a mental picture of what is happening, where you are exactly. What do you see? What do you see? Tell us, what do you see?
That's what I'm telling you. What I'm seeing is that we're outside. We're outside. I mean.
Yeah. So what do you see? What do you see there?
I can see the building, the gates, and the door. Like.
You can see the building, the gates, and the door.
I'm here. I was outside. We're outside.
Okay. All right. You are back. Wow!
Thank you for
wow. Yeah, Putogo is back. He has toured the whole country, and you are back, right?
Yeah.
You toured the whole country?
It was not easy on the grounds.
What was happening on the grounds?
Actually, I got here by the grace of God.
What happened?
I was fighting with them on the ground. I represent the youth as a commentator.
Okay.
Yeah, and they were saying if I open my mouth, there will not be peace, even though I'm their mouthpiece.
Bas.
What is his name?
Bas.
He's called Putogo.
A journalist?
Yeah, he's a journalist.
His forefathers reincarnated in the year 14 BC. So they are very learned with deep insight.
Okay.
He doesn't know his history, but I can teach him if he allows me.
Wow.
That's very true.
Yeah.
BC, before COVID.
Before COVID.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
It was right after COVID.
And you don't get them, this such journalists, you don't get them, they are not common.
He is one of a kind.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we call him the man Puto.
Yeah.
Puto.
That's what I'm saying.
Go.
The Putogo is a Japanese word.
Okay.
It means put it inside and go.
Puto.
It got to a time in the history of Japan where people were impregnating young girls. So the president at the time got annoyed one day, say, put it inside, go.
Who was the president at the time? Who was the president?
Mr. Jampian Putogo.
It's a lie.
I think we have to invest in this man.
Yes. Yes, I agree.
We have to invest.
I agree. As for Sir Likens, I don't know. Which school did you go to again?
You see, I think
which school did you go to?
I'm University of Ghana, Legon.
That's why.
That's
If you had gone to
that's
tech.
why what?
If you had gone to tech.
I'm a historian for crying out loud.
No.
What would I be doing in tech? I'm a historian.
Yeah, that's why you went to Legon.
Yeah, the premier university in Ghana.
Yeah. It's premier, like premier. It's okay. We'll take it like that. So, Prof.
Yeah.
Now we're going to have a conversation proper on the history of Ghanaian elections.
Oh, yes, yes.
But before that, I have a list of some of the dignitaries who have actually casted their votes. I don't know if you have footages of this, but of course, the Otunfor Osei Tutu.
If I can if the videos will be playing, at
so
the
that
same
you
time,
can give us a mental.
I can give you a mental picture and the demeanor. If I can look at you and tell you who you voted for.
Of course, I know.
But I won't say it live on TV.
You have done history and you know
Yes.
the anatomy of people. You have studied people, so
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
body language as well.
everything.
So you can tell from the way they walk,
Yes.
from the way they move,
Yes.
when they come out, how long they spend in the box. That can inform you who they voted for.
Exactly.
Okay, so I have the list here. Otunfor Osei Tutu the second, who's the Asante Hene, Nana Yebodi Ana Yabodi Mwasi. The second, he voted at the Menchia Palace, one. And then Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo. Yes.
He also voted.
Yes. Adu Show Boy.
Yeah.
Adu Show Boy. Commissioner General.
I can tell you that when he got to the place to vote, he closed his eyes and he tamprinted the paper.
Oh.
He didn't open his eyes.
Sound.
Yeah, it is history. It is history. I will tell you more.
Okay. Okay, so we have the video at the moment. If we have our producers, please let us see what is happening at the moment. Okay, so at the moment we are looking at the ex-president John Dramani Mahama, and he has casted his vote at Bole, and he has been voting there since 1992. Please, Prof, look at the body language. Look at how he is voting. Look at how he is bent over. And let us see, what do you think is happening? Who do you think he's voting for at the moment?
He is in white. And the bottom of what he's wearing is black. Wearing a blue nose mask. Now, when he came in, he did like this. He hit his thumb for the first time. And then he brought his first finger and put it on the machine.
That's what he's doing right now.
In 1514 AD, a young man called Daniel Fabian did the same gesture. When he entered into the box, he saw his own image. He wanted to complain that
it's not him.
It's not him. But he said that no, for the sake of Ghana, for the sake of the development of a nation, let me vote for myself.
So who do you think he voted for?
He voted for John Dramani Mahama.
Are you sure?
This is John Dramani Mahama, and then he voted for John Dramani Mahama. But not him. Not him, John Dramani Mahama. But he voted for John Dramani Mahama.
But he didn't vote for him.
It is history alongside what I call deep secret.
Let me come to Putogo. Putogo, you are a man of deep secrets. You were there. You were with the youth. What was the atmosphere like when the ex-president was voting?
You see, I always find it appalling when people compare spirituality to politics. There's nothing spiritual about politics. So when I got to the grounds at Legon, I saw them pouring libation.
Okay.
And then I told them, yo, this is not connected to politics. Because if politics is spiritual, if somebody dies, then put the person's voter's ID in the coffin so that when they get to Awudume, they can campaign and vote there.
I like this guy.
And if you think football and politics is not connected, and you're a spiritual man, now a try sporty bet.
Interesting.
You understand why the gods are not to be blamed. What am I saying?
Please.
What I'm saying is, I'll quote one quote from a very great philosopher and a footballer. He was a Chinese man. I think his name was Charles. Charles Tresuhin.
A Chinese man called Charles.
Yeah, Charles. His mother was from Britain, but his father is Chinese.
Yeah. Like Bruce Lee.
Yeah, you understand?
Okay.
And so he quoted that politics and football is like diapers. You need to change it anytime, all the time, for the same reason.
What?
You need to have a high IQ to understand. Because I know you don't understand.
I don't.
But I understand.
Please.
Do you understand?
I don't.
That's my point.
Wow.
You know, when you go to a football field, how many players do you need on one side?
11.
11. Plus the coach?
12.
12. How many people are on the ballot paper?
13.
Minus Ikuyadonko.
12.
It's not just a coincidence.
Wow. If you connect this, what he's saying, to history, we call it barbarism. Now, when we say barbarism, it means that you are bringing two different things, juxtaposing the two, and finding a connection between them. And
when there is no
connection,
there's no connection.
But then you can connect when it feels like you can disconnect. You disconnect it. It depends on who wants to listen.
Wow. You know, this might sound a little confusing, but trust me, don't get confused. Don't get confused. It might sound a little confusing. You think you don't understand what is happening. They say this. Don't worry. Open your minds up to this. This thinkers. If you are a deep thinker, this is.
He said he's happy they want to take the 10% off the betting.
Okay.
And why are they taking 10%? Are they God?
Very true.
They said the boys are tight and you are taking tight.
Maybe the history of tithe will help.
Somebody said he lost 1,000 cedis and they still took 10% from the loss.
Interesting. I think I like.
Recently, one boy, he took money from his mobile money, 500 cedis to go and bet. So he sent it to the betting app. After putting the money on, he realized that he has made a mistake because they called him. The mother is now. He was going to retrieve the money back. When he went, 10% has started. Wow. He said, I have not teared the bet. Why?
It's on bet, no?
He has not teared the bet. So if he has not teared the bet, why do you tear him?
Charisma, which is tears.
He likes to cry.
He's charismatically tears with Esther Smith. When he hears Esther Smith gospel music and he's coming to campaign, he's coming to talk about what 24-hour economy, then he begins to cry. When he thinks about his enemies.
Interesting. And is there significance of the white he's wearing?
You know the party NDC. If you look at the history of the party NDC, when it was formerly known as the Provisional National Defense Council Committee, National Democratic Committee. If you recall, when Rawlings wanted to change the party from the Armed Forces Revolutionary Council to the Provisional National Defense Council.
That is AFRC to PNDC.
Yes. He wore a white singlet.
Who?
Rawlings.
Okay.
He wore white singlet.
Okay.
And he wore.
Let me correct him a little. It wasn't white.
So let's agree to disagree.
It was
this I understand.
Were you there?
You are asking the historian if he was there. Something that I witnessed when Rawlings was going. I told him to move his left foot first before the right will follow.
Was there significance to that?
Yeah. He said, follow the one who knows road. And anytime that somebody was...
And that is a Vyroski song?
Yes.
Okay.
Anytime that somebody...
Thank you.
We don't talk. We don't just talk. We don't just say... Why would they say left, right, left? Why don't they...
Why?
Fine. Let me just...
I'm trying to explain the white is wearing.
When Komfanoche was chanting the golden stool and heavens open. Angel Koframwa, the one who brought the golden stool, his name is Angel Koframwa. If you,
is he related to Angel DeLong?
No, Angel DeLong, forefather.
Extended family members.
Extended, yes, thank you very much. They have that kind of. But Angel Koframwa, he took the left foot first. Okay. That is why he said that Ashantis, the moment you make this golden stool elude you, your unity,
okay,
it's gone.
Okay.
And the military were standing there. They saw it. They said, "We go left, left, right, left, right, left."
Okay, okay. I like that. Now you were talking about the singlets.
I was talking about the significance of the white John Dramani Mahama is wearing.
In just a minute.
Juxtaposing it to the election. He wore white singlets that day, and a white half boxer. The boxer was white, but it was half. It was not complete, because that day, if you wear complete boxer, you lose the election in 1992.
92 elections?
Yes.
Okay.
He would have lost the 1992 election. So he wore white boxer and white half boxer and white singlet. And the gods told him that, use your hand, put it inside your mouth, and use to stamp on the paper of the party to form the party.
You know, I don't like it when they say the gods. The gods does not vote. The gods don't have Ghana.
You see, you are not spiritual, so when we are talking, Allah, you are not spiritual.
The gods don't have Ghana card.
Okay.
So that was what happened. And because of the white he wore, he attained victory in the 1992 election.
So does this suggest that because the ex-president is wearing white,
if your father wear white and you go and wear black?
So in this case, if should I say the president Bawumia also wears white, it means what?
He will not even have the idea.
Okay. Now let's move to the next video. We have who? Who do we have also voting?
Hello. I want to tell him.
We also have. Hold on. We also have the current vice president, also the leader of the NPP.
What is he wearing?
That is Dr. Alhaji Mahamadou Bawumia, voting at his polling center in Wale. He's putting it in. Yeah. Put it in, put it in, put it in. And he's also wearing white.
So now what does he
I'm coming to you.
What does he show?
So you said he will not have the sense to wear white. And if you wear white, you will win. So now right now he is wearing white. What does it mean?
You are seeing it.
Your credibility is on the line.
You are seeing it as white, but it's because of the wale that is the sun have shone on the cream, and now the cream is appearing to be white, but that is not white. If you look at it closely,
if they can take me back,
you will see that it's not white.
When he was casting the vote, I will tell you something. Let's take him back to when he was putting the ballot in the box.
Into the box.
You see, see something.
Look at it. And he bent it.
He bent it.
Didn't he bend it? He's using his right hand on top. And then you see he put his left hand.
Is he putting inside?
Right.
And then what did he do? When he was putting it, what do you think he's just smiling?
No. No, I can see that. And after that, he raised his hand.
Do you know who he did that to?
Who?
The souls of the dead people. Nanano mumwame. Be a do not one day. Come home. You think it is not just like that?
Let me come to you, Putogo. You are a man of the youth.
Thank
you. Don't believe in this spiritism and all of this. What do you make of this?
You know, I don't think white stands for victory.
What does it stand for?
Because in my JHS we used to wear white and black, and my BEC results was sweet. D-E-D-E-E-E-D-E. So this white, or you say it's creme de la creme.
It's cream. This is cream.
No, this is white.
This is white. When
you compare the ballot paper,
these are not.
They have white.
Different thermostats.
No, I'm sorry. I don't believe this is cream. This is white.
No. This is cream.
We have an expert on colors who has just joined us. Please, can you quickly, just 1 minute, Romanus, please.
Oh, why not?
Yeah, please, quick one.
He is wearing white and mauve.
Yes.
Now, when a young man put white and mauve,
he is an expert on colors, and I want you to take a look at this over here, and you speak into the microphone, and then you tell us, what do you see? What color is that? You are a color expert.
You see, in colors, okay, that it comes from two words, ka and lie.
Kala, kai what?
Ka and lie.
This is the correct history.
When you put the two together, you get what? Kala.
Kala.
So that is the Greek word. Kalai, and abedeng.
Kala.
Okay.
So
it
that
can
is
lie.
where Apple got their logo. Ka.
No, but I'm asking Kala.
So now, for what you're seeing now, when you look at the sky,
Thank
you
you.
can see that the sky is a mixture of sea blue, turquoise,
Thank you.
and terracotta.
Thank you.
What is
Thank you.
Baumia wearing?
Thank you.
Oh, for what he is wearing a mix of two colors.
Thank you.
Now you can see that he's wearing some light cream,
Thank you.
cream and white.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
so are you saying that this is not white?
No, it is not white.
Because according to
Thank you.
we are asking this because according to Selekins,
Yeah.
he
Seleke. Leke. L-E-K-E-Y.
I can see your face change.
Selekins.
Yes, Selekins. So Selekins is saying that when you wear white, it's a sign of victory. And the former president was wearing white. He's claiming that the former president was wearing white, and then Baumia is not wearing white. What? So what you are a color expert,
And just
what you are
supposing-
saying, that is what we are going to take.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
It
as
makes
you
sense.
can see, and you can see Baumia's body language. Currently, Baumia isn't really confident. So if you see, he's standing in limbo.
I think.
And the word limbo appeared first time in the English dictionary in 12 BC.
Okay.
Limbo.
There was
Okay.
no
Yeah.
dictionary in 12 BC.
No,
You don't know.
No.
It was.
Don't.
It was written on
See,
scrolls.
you see,
No, you see,
this is
he
what-
said
no,
dictionary.
What is your? What is
He
your?
said English dictionary.
No, what is your?
Do you understand?
Again?
English dictionary.
He never said English dictionary. He said dictionary.
He said English dictionary.
He said dictionary.
It appeared first in the dictionary.
Yes.
He said dictionary.
That is why they say it
You
is
are
not
talking-
cast in
Selekins.
stone.
Selekins.
When you sit
you
at
need
a
time
place,
to lick.
when you sit at a place and you are not there, your ghost confuses you. Put it down. Write my name. Let it go into the archives. Now, when a young man put white on mauve, Foster Romanus right now is putting white on mauve,
That is white.
and then he's wearing trousers which is mauve. When you put
I
white
think you
on
should look at
mauve
the color very well.
as a young man,
This is not white.
it's white.
This is not white.
It's
Exactly what I have
aspiring, it's
been saying.
aspiring to be
They don't
white.
know what color is that.
We need to vote.
It's what? What color is this?
So when you look at what I'm wearing, very well, you can see pieces of yellow,
Thank you.
but you see now.
Ah.
So there's pieces of yellow, cream, off-white, and wall chalk white.
Then it's not looking good. Because if a young man put a whole chalk white on mauve, it means he's impotent.
Okay. So you just joined us. This is national, of course, the election theater.
I'm from they said a wall chalk yellow. My brother, you are impotent.
But you are wearing a wall chalk yellow.
No.
This is not a wall chalk yellow.
This is
Yes,
not.
it's wall chalk.
No. Let me tell you my color.
Look,
Let me tell you my color.
Hold on.
I combine history with color.
Hold on. You see what the host is wearing?
This one. I
This is American dirty
That
white.
is dirty yellow.
American dirty. This is yellow.
Dirty yellow.
Yes.
The dirty December yellow. That's what you're wearing. Now, anyone who wears that,
Yeah.
it's hopeless.
And you know, I know that as I'm sitting here, I can see that. I can tell that. No. Romanus, come back.
No, if we are-
I can tell that. You can see that Selekins is hoping that we don't come to him.
Let me quickly go. If a young man puts blue on white, just opposite with a blue and yellow tie, it means that his wife or girlfriend beats him.
And what about the mirror shoe?
Mirror shoe, they don't go there. Okay. A man who wears mirror shoe.
Okay.
I'm not the only one wearing mirror suit.
What he's saying is that because you see, the long and
So please, if you can pan to the back.
When we're talking about mirror shoe, we have doing like this.
We have one of the experts at the back.
the long and
Oh, please show his face. Let them know who it is. Please.
How do you wear mirror shoe and mirror socks.
He has one mirror shoe and mirror socks.
and he's wearing mirror glasses. He thinks it's in the spirit. You can see through his soul. My God. You see, a man who wears mirror shoe, sometimes back in the medieval days, when a man wears mirror shoe, he's not so confident of his looks. So he wears in such a way he says,
see his reflection.
No, those who they look down on people are
no, that's the medieval. The Stone Age time, the men that were the
men that were
the mirror shoe. The men,
they were all welders.
No, so you see those times in the medieval
the men that wear mirror shoe.
The blacksmith used to do the mirror shoe, so they weld it. So as you can see, you can see, look at the side of the shoe. You see some hook. The blacksmith logo.
Okay. So, please, they don't see. They want to see the metal.
Blacksmith logo.
So Lekins is now known as Killer Alumi.
Okay. So you're still tuned into Election Theatre on Youth TV, also streaming live on Liezer-Legacy Productions on YouTube. Join us. You can also go on our Facebook pages as well. In fact, we have to start streaming on TikTok. Yes, we need a TikTok, and then we'll start streaming on TikTok. We'll give you the results as they trickle in. Before they even come, we'll give you the results. We will declare before anybody declares, because we know. We know the news behind the news. We know what is happening that you do not know. We give you everything but accuracy and truth right here on Election Theatre. So right now, we have the vice president, the running mates for the vice president, the running mate for the NPP, Dr. Opoku Prempeh, Napo Matthew Opoku Prempeh, Owosisifianibi, he's voting right now. So tell us, let me start from you, Putoho. Tell us, what do you make of what is happening right now?
See, when you look at the vice and you take a very good at him very well.
Take a very good at him very well.
Yeah.
Well, we'll take a very good at him. Let's go.
You notice he's wearing white.
He is also wearing white.
And what is the color of the jersey of Real Madrid?
Madrid.
White.
Yes.
And their leader used to be Vinicius
Junior.
That's Baumia. And Napo is representing Mbappe.
Mbappe is said Wassan.
That's the point.
Hey, what is the point?
Mbappe Nkwasiafo.
So
when you look at the form of Mbappe and you correspond it to the form of Napo.
So you are saying that Napo's
even
form,
if he gets the penalty,
Napo's form is not good. The penalty to work Obeti.
It's past glory.
Now let me come to you on the form of Napo.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
You see, when we are talking about form of people, we have form 1, form 2, form 3. So it depends on the form that you want me to talk about. Is he in form 1, is he in form 2, or is he in form 3?
Putongo, can you explain to him what you mean by form?
When we say form, take a very good look at his plaques.
We are talking about the form of Napo.
His performance.
Yes.
His athletic.
Yeah. So it is right now, it's like getting ready to go and write the BEC, because right now he's in form 3. Getting ready to go and write.
If he's writing mass, what will be his score?
If Napo is writing mass, I can give Napo like 87%.
Napo Benya 1.
Napo.
Okay.
When he's a science mass, he's a science student. He knows.
He's a science student.
But social studies,
Napo will get what? 5. Okay, so Lekins.
Yes.
We are talking about Napo if he's writing social studies as a BC student or SSC. What do you think he'll get?
Personally, I don't know him.
No, you don't have to know him. We're talking about his performance. You've seen him during the campaign tour. You've seen what he has done as the running mate to Dr. Baumia.
Yes. When you look at his statements and the anatomical disposition of his body, you see that from the top it has 4.
And I say,
yes. So that's we call it 4 from grace. So it has 4 from here, the shoulder, that have entered the stomach. So as for the up there, everything has fallen. There's nothing there. There's absolutely nothing at the top there. So,
but you know, the counter argument is that this was one of the most, the best performing minister. When you talk about the energy sector, the education sector, and you know, on the election trail, people will say that it was just stress that was causing him to say, John Mahama nye, Lomote nye.
Oh, you see, he in particular, he has not learned public speaking when he went to.
So then you shouldn't fault him.
So we don't fault him. We fault the person that advised him to go and be talking.
Interesting.
Yeah, because you're supposed to know that the guy cannot talk.
So what should he do? Should he write? Should he write it and then put it there so people read?
Should she write what?
Should he write his speeches?
He can send it via Telegram.
Via Telegram,
Yes,
so people will read.
Every Ghanaian.
If you were his advisor, that's how you advise him.
Oh, I would not even advise him to even do anything, you know. I would have advised him to start Poultry Farm.
You know, when you look at Napo very well, and you look at his form, there is a player in Manchester United.
Which player?
It's called Maguire.
Yeah, Maguire.
Harry Maguire.
Harry Maguire.
Harry Maguire. Very skillful boy. When the team is going forward,
he is going back.
Yeah, he has 12 goals, 11 own goals.
Wow. So you mean, is that to say, if I'm understanding, is that to say that when Dr. Baumia is going forward,
that's speaking in parables,
and then Napo is scoring own goals,
you should
just
oppose the
word to the wise.
Yeah,
the word to the wise.
Wow. So right now, who do you think, from your experience with what he has done so far, are you confident he voted for Dr. Baumia?
You know,
or it will be a rejected
he's
ballot?
a man of wonders and surprises. He can even get there and change his mind.
Because we all saw that he was campaigning for John Mahama.
Yeah, that's Harry Maguire.
You see how he's holding the paper? He's doing the paper like this. So my friend in Ashama, when you do paper like this, you know what it means.
So you think he didn't vote for Dr. Baumia?
He's wearing glasses to go and vote.
What is he supposed to wear?
Just like the senior man.
Let me come in and quote something to accompany
Dr. Napo.
Yes. Now, in the book here, it's a company law status 2010-2011, but it was not written in 2010-2011. This book dates back in the medieval era, coming through to the Renaissance era. Now, when somebody wears white trouser, white shirt, and white cap, it carries a message.
Good. What message?
Now, this message is what I quote here. It said that a person who ceases to be a director continues to be subject to the duty of section 175, duty to avoid conflict of interest as regards the exploitation of any property. So now, he is trying to avoid conflict of interest.
But that has to do with the Companies Act. What has that got to do with Napo?
He is a company. The man is a company himself. And because he wants to avoid conflict of interest, he dressed gently, quietly, come cast a vote, and go home. He doesn't want to say anything. He will not grant interview because he's a man that wants to avoid conflict of interest.
Because when he grants the interview right now, conflict.
It's conflict of interest. It means that his things that he wants, he will say it. But he doesn't want to do that today. He said, no, conflict of interest. Let me say it and go home and vote and go home. Interesting. Not for people to get me and say that I have said something.
So who do you think he voted for?
Obviously, he voted for his party. Looking at the...
Are you sure?
Yes. The demeanor, the way he walked with the contentment and the zeal.
I have doubts because we have seen him on several occasions, you know.
They sat this man down from 12 a.m.
They've been teaching him how to...
And you think he will make a mistake?
They've been teaching him how to
from
vote
12 a.m.
From 12 a.m.
So straight is going to vote for Baumia.
But you know, we have seen people. You have been a performer. You have been in history. You have seen people that they have gone through rehearsals so many times. They go over and over and over. When they get there, they do the same mistake.
My cousin, let me tell you a beautiful story. He got a case at the court, and the lawyer coached him and said, when you go, they'll ask you guilty or not guilty.
Not guilty.
He said not guilty. Say not guilty. They coach him 3 days.
Not guilty. Not guilty. Not guilty.
They asked him upon guilty or not guilty. He said guilty. So how the lawyer got annoyed? You know, the lawyer got annoyed and said that, why did you say not guilty? He said if he say guilty, it means if he say not guilty, that means he's guilty.
So you see, I think, to be sure, I think they should have taken his paper to check.
No, he voted for Bawumia. That one.
How do you know?
I'm an historian.
No, they must check.
That's what I'm saying.
They must be sure.
No.
Because you remember when he was the same day he was unveiled as the running mate. That same day, Otunfo said, "Matuni for them."
I think he'll be confused because this morning I had some information that the number 12 on the ballot paper, no, Omeyiniti.
Oh,
Intudru Obia is Sakura.
Number 12 is Chada.
So that means he might get confused.
Then
it will worry Chada because he has been saying that if you go here, the thing you're full.
So you see, that is what I'm talking about. Even Otunfo says, "See, I'm me tunifo." Otunifo ye, you go jina wa. Okay. Now let's move to the next one. I know that the running mate for the NPP, Professor Jainana, who is your colleague, also a professor, also has gone to the polling station, has gone to the ballots, and she has also casted her vote.
Yeah.
And what do you see? Let me start off with you, Putoho. Looking at Professor Jainana voting right now, what do you make of it?
You know, I love it when we put women in power. You know, because if a woman was the president, we will not fight. There will be no war.
Why is that?
There will be countries not talking to each other. Ghana will not be talking with Nigeria because Nigeria gave her blue ticks. World Cup, when we go to World Cup, we will not spend money because girls know economics.
Yes, they never.
Ladies will go to the market, they say, oh, 100 cities. They say, oh, I'm out 2 cities. And they bargain and they will buy it at 5 cities. So looking at her, I'm very sure she will support the female soccer team. You know our female soccer team, when you take a very good at our female soccer team, you see one girl there in the team. When you look at the 11 players, you see one girl amongst the female players. So I think she can really invest in them. Give them more stuff so that when they score goals, they don't do like this.
That's very true.
Yeah.
And when there's a free kick, why do they do this?
That's what I'm saying. When you look at the female team, you see one girl there. They are protecting
in female
something.
football, and there's a free kick. Why do they do this?
It's analogical.
Okay, Selekis.
Maybe I can explain that one. Because if I remember history class, Survival Instincts 101, the Stone Age, there was an animal. They called the animal Kosongo. When Kosongo see the females, he thinks that they are football. So he wants to play with the females.
Okay.
And
his name is Fred. The animal's name is Fred?
Maybe.
Okay. I'm only asking.
So the females would do like this because Kosongo likes to pass under. So they will do like this and protect natural functions from the eyesight of Kosongo.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that is the history of that.
That is the history of it.
If you look at this woman in particular, I really like her. If you look at her head, you see she's wearing, it's braids, right? If you look at it, you see that it's braids.
I really cannot tell. I really can. We have to get the hair experts. Professor Rubon. Oh, you're here.
It's not braids.
What is this?
She has done half braid, half permy, and then she has used headgear to tie it. So it's not braids.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's pen braids.
Okay.
Pen braids.
Okay. But if you see the dress she's wearing, it's GTP. Ghana tertiary people. GTP. That's what she's wearing. She's wearing Ghana tertiary people.
Okay.
And she's a professor.
Okay.
You understand? So she knows exactly what she's doing.
So she knows, as against Dr. Napo?
Of course. Why not? She knows exactly. If you look at her demeanor, the way she has put her hand on the table, you know that she already wants they should finger this hand for her. should finger the hand.
But you know, come to think of it, they've both been ministers of education. She has been a minister of education before. Dr. Napo has been a minister of education.
It's just like I and this, my fellow historian. I am Nadine.
Yes, I can see.
He is Napo.
Yes, and Napo introduced free SHS. Napo was the one who rolled out free SHS. Comparatively, you could not provide chalks.
No. We are talking
common chalks. You could not provide for teachers.
I even don't want us to go there when it comes to the credibility of the two. But I want to use history to dichotomize that lady, the woman. Now, our beautiful mother. She is a mother. And look at the colors, beautiful colors. It's red. And then you can see pink, dotted black, and beautiful dressing, wearing GTP on top. And I can tell you for sure that she didn't mince words. She went straight and she voted for John Dramani Mahama.
And is that a nature of you professors? Tell us, as a professor thinking like a professor.
Yes.
If it was you and you go, how do you think when you're going in there?
We at times get confused a little. You just see something. When they gave her the paper, she asked the question,
Okay.
The lady sitting down nearly said,
so you can tell the lady is MPP.
Well, no, these ladies too, they don't take sides.
Okay.
But you see something. When she took everything, she asked the question, where should I take it? It's not that she doesn't know. Professors, we are too learned. Look at it. And then she came.
She just has to be sure.
She just
wants to be sure. And sometimes they want to be humble.
Yes. She has already printed the paper for John Dramani Mahama in her head before even got the box. Now see, she's asking, where am I going? They showed her, and then she went there inside the.
And what is happening inside the box right now? Tell us.
Now inside the box, you don't see what is inside the box.
Yes, but you know.
But there's a black ink. Now she put her thumb in the blank ink, and then he said, "Look, to be
okay, yes, you know, yes,
you can read lips. So she put the thing, even in the box that she put the paper, John Dramani's paper went on top, but at the end it is down.
That's a comeback.
Thank you.
That's a serious comeback.
Something that is on top, it is down. I'm going home.
Okay. So who else do we have? Who's voting now? It looks like we have quite a number of them. Okay, so we have Nana. Yes, so 2-4 or say to 2 the second. Nana yebo diana yabo yemuasi. Yankasa ye Nana obinya bi ankopo. That is right. Or 2-4 or say to 2. Me pacho. Who wants to talk about this one? Me Kebi.
I will talk. They say that the man who fears to step in the water will never get to the riverbank. So if you are there and you say that I won't talk, that one you are not a Ghanaian.
The man who fears to step in the
water will not get to the riverbank.
No. You are a historian. Tell us. You see, Otumfuo, as for him, is different. People have brought a big cloth. To cover him when he's entering. What is the significance of that?
He walks every day with Okomfanochi. So whilst he's voting, Okomfanochi is there.
Kaish.
Nana is not voting on his own accord. Okomfo is beside him, telling him. Nana Prempe, Okomfanochi, Osetutu, all the other kings that have ruled before were with him. So the place has become heavy. That's why they use the cloth. So that the heaviness will not trouble. Because if the heaviness that is there enters into the easy people, they will gather all the Ballot people and go. So they use the cloth to catch the other ancestors. So they will stay at one place.
So the likes of Yasantwa, they all want to come and vote.
Yasantwa or Konfanochi. Nana doesn't work alone.
Nana Trichie,
all of them. Prempe, all of them. They all
want to come and vote.
It's not that they want. They are with him as he's taking it.
So his vote is not. So his vote is heavy.
Nana doesn't just wake up from home and think that I'm going for A or B.
So he has to get there.
He's standing there and he has voted for all the candidates.
That's very true.
So he's a neutral man.
So it's a rejected ballot.
It's not rejected.
You can't reject it too.
How can you reject Nana's vote?
Ghostism.
He is a man that loves Ghana. He is the peace of Ghana. He brings people together. You won't expect him to go and vote for one candidate? No. So when he got there, it started from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Because
12.
because let's think about it. Now the first
He
person,
even voted for Ekuyadonko. And Ekuyadonko
no one.
I'm dead.
Let's do a critical analysis of it. You see, number one is who? If we have a copy of the ballot paper, let's see. Number one is Baumia, and then his grandson is Napo.
Yeah.
So he has an interest there.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
And number two, who's number two?
Unless we get the paper.
The professor who knows the history should know this one.
No, I mean, this is not history. This is current affairs.
It is history.
No. It has not any history yet.
You cannot talk about current without making reference to it.
No. You are talking about current.
I support
just right now. You are
explosion.
saying it's history.
I support. Nana was a footballer.
Thank you.
Yeah, he used to play Liverpool.
Okay.
Striker. That's why he doesn't work alone.
Okay, so I think at number two we have Danlate. Danlate's son. He's at number two. Oh yes, also no. Nana Betuaman.
I say Nana voted for everybody.
Okay.
So he alone is the father of the nation.
Number three is Ekuyadonko, who's also an Ashanti.
Yes.
So Nana's granddaughter.
Is
so Obetuaman.
But Ekuya is not happy if somebody votes for her.
Why?
She's no more around.
What is wrong with that?
And that's where I miss Ekuyadonko too much. Because Ekuyadonko, if you get to the police station and you don't vote for her, she can come there and query you. Why have you done that? But she's not around. She brought so much joy in our elections.
And number four is Gum.
Yes.
Chirabosum.
Yeah. He also is in Kumasi. Now the person is Chirabosum. But when you call Abosum for, they don't mind.
So it's
no, it's Chirabosum. That's why they don't mind him. If he had not treated them, like they also help him to get more votes.
And number five is Kofi Akpalu. He says he has won. As for him, he says he has won. He has even finished winning. So he's relaxed. And number six, we have Mohammed Frimpong.
Yeah.
NDP.
Yeah.
I only know.
Yeah. I know all the candidates.
You know Mohammed Frimpong?
Yeah.
Please, if you're out there and you have seen any poster of Mr. Mohammed Frimpong of NDP, please show me anywhere that you have seen the poster, anywhere in Ghana. Because personally, I have never seen it. You are with the boys. You are on the ground. Have you seen the poster before?
Of Nana who?
Mohammed Frimpong.
Mohammed Frimpong.
He doesn't do posters.
Yeah.
He laminates.
Oh, he doesn't do.
So he laminated about 50. When he posted it, yes, then who are going or they're going on Zenisika.
A digital man.
So he laminated. He didn't do posters.
And we have Nana Akosua Frimpoma of the CPP. Then we have John Dramani Mahama as well. And then we have Hassan Abdullahi Ayarekov. This year he didn't give us much. This year.
No, this year he's calm.
And we have Kofi Krante. He's from America. Honestly, he's the baller man.
Yeah.
Coming to change Ghana. And we have George Chumberima. Yeah. He says
I like the baller man. Yes. I think that I have studied him a little, and he's one of the few people that if he get the chance to be like environmental minister or sanitation minister, it will transform this nation because he knows how to use recycle goods. I like him a lot.
Okay. Okay, but he's talking about recycling and then taking out the trash in terms of governance that we have gone through in this Fourth Republic.
Oh, then he's not the person that I
he is coming to remove all the trash.
He's not the person I'm talking about.
And then we have Nana Kwame Bediako.
Yeah.
And you had a report from the grounds.
Yeah.
You said on the ballot, what is happening? What is happening with
so
Nana
the first
Kwame Bediako?
person complained about the hairstyle. So then Nana Kwame Bediako is Sakura.
On the ballot paper now?
On the ballot paper. And one guy also was complaining that Nana Kwame Bediako was a Rasta.
Why Rasta?
Aye.
Oh.
It was not lucky Dubai or ballot paper and so.
It's one
two. Baby, wherever you are, remember me. So there's going to be confusion at the end of the day.
And the last one is Alan Kwejo Chemante, aka Afafranto, aka Chief Papa. You see, that is why some of us are wearing yellow over here. Yes, Chief. So tell us, what about that? What do you make of that one?
The
list. Yes.
The list. I think that the list and the arrangement is fantastic, and it has a connotation to any. Yes, he is down. Now, when they are arranging numbers and you are down below, you have a good chance. That is why I think that Alan also has a chance.
Okay.
Yes.
He has a chance to do what?
He has a chance
to be what?
To be on the ballot paper.
So you mean Alan is not winning? Is that what you are saying?
Well, I cannot say. Historians, we don't predict. We foretell, or we discover things. We don't.
But has there been a time where in history that an independent candidate has come close to winning?
It has never happened in the history of Ghana before, because I remember before Achampong, there was one man who was there was one man who was contesting, but he was independent, and it's very difficult to win in Ghana here as an independent candidate because you need to belong to.
But Achampong, he overthrew somebody and came to power.
Yeah,
he did not. It wasn't through elections.
No.
So you mean that? You mean Hilary Man?
No, I'm talking about how did Achampong was voted for. He overthrew somebody.
Who did he overthrow?
You see?
Professor, historian professor.
If you ask me this question, it's like you are attacking me with a question. I don't like attack.
No, this is not an attack. This is a question.
Don't.
Who did?
Kotoka.
You ask him because you are raising your voice.
I think he overthrew Kotoka. He went to his house. He was sitting on his chair. He took him and.
I believe we are throwing dust in the eyes of our listeners, and I like it. Let's continue to throw dust because it wasn't Kotoka, but let's continue.
Yeah.
Okay, you are a historian. Tell us what happened.
No.
Who did he? No.
I have not claimed to be a professor.
It's okay.
Who was alive in 1814?
Okay.
AD.
Okay.
He claimed that.
Okay. Now I'm asking you. Who did he overthrow? Who did Achampong overthrow?
When you are in a family, you don't give food to the small ones and leave. You give the father food.
Who did he
So
overthrow?
let us find out from him.
Who did he overthrow?
Achampong overthrow.
Okay. So do you remember Busia?
Let me give you history.
Okay.
The First Republic spanned from 1960 to 1966.
Okay.
That was when Nkrumah made Ghana a republic. On the 1st July, Republic Day. I'm sure he doesn't even know that information, but
I know about all this.
Republic Day, 1st July. First Republic came to an end because one fine gentleman by the name Joseph Ankara said, "No, I don't like."
You have mentioned Ankara's name, and I have remembered the old days. Oh, Ankara. We used to eat gakenke together. Joseph Ankara.
You don't know recipes. What was his rank in the army?
Ankara.
Yes.
Do you know the meaning of his name, Ankara? He doesn't ask permission from you. Ankara. I don't ask permission. Ankara.
So continue.
Joseph Ankara was a lieutenant colonel. So he came to overthrow Nkrumah with the Ghana Armed Forces and then the Ghana Police Service and the Civil Service. And sources have it.
And who?
What were the
it wasn't just
what were the immigration doing?
It was a joint militia.
What was the immigration and the service people doing when they joined police people? And what were they doing?
They were watching the airport to ensure that Nkrumah does not leave.
Prof was there. Prof, what were they doing? You will know, and that's the information we need.
Service, the immigration. They were leaving Ghana because they were fear of coup d'etat. You don't know this history.
And news reaching us right now, this is breaking news, is that there's a bit of a disturbance in the Ododo constituency, and of course at the Ashaman constituency as well. We hear that there's a bit of a disturbance there. Ashaman, a couple of people have been injured, and we are using this opportunity to tell you that it is pointless. You see, when you go to the polling stations and you're going to cast your vote and you go and fight and they cut your leg, they cut your hands, it is pointless. When the politicians come, trust me, you won't be remembered. Cast your vote, go back, and why are you going to fight? Who are you going to fight for?
I don't know.
What is the point of fighting?
They've not heard the word before. Cast your vote according to your size. They don't know.
No. Cast your coats. Cast your vote.
Sorry, it escaped.
So please, we are telling you, let us uphold the peace we have. It is very necessary. It is very necessary to uphold the peace.
It's just beautiful. We are just selecting somebody to lead us. You say that you go A, somebody say that I go B. At the end of the day, the person that God gives us, we thank him. Why would you go and fight?
That's all.
The fighting will not change anything.
If you fight and you remove your ears, the person will still become president.
Yes,
and your ears will
you don't have one ear.
Somebody went to steal a ballot box and he was wearing jalabia. How will you run? And it's not even a running mate.
Yes.
A common person.
Don't do that. So please, we're begging you, if you're watching us from Ashama, if you're watching us from Odododio.
Oh, I'm from Ashama.
You are from, that's right.
And let me
talk to them.
Let me address,
speak their language.
Let me address this issue.
Stop boy.
Bing.
You see,
go to Ashama right now and tell people to stop fighting. Huh? Who's that Odododo? I know.
Odododo. All the popular people are gone. Okay, they have Bugo Banku.
Yes,
Bugo Banku.
He's probably the one fighting.
Yeah, Bugo Banku.
He's probably the one fighting.
He will go and fight. He has got to give jab.
So please, we're begging you. Let's try and then uphold the peace that we have. It's important to have a peaceful election.
I'm not sure there is any brouhaha there. Reason being that few months ago we saw one soldier boy.
Yeah.
We decided to play with him. It was just normal play, and then he fell down. Then they came and beat all of us.
Since the place has been quiet.
It has been quiet.
Yeah.
So I am not sure anybody who experienced that Rollins era will fool. So I'm sure the place is perfectly fine.
I mean, we should have a peaceful.
And this is your area, right? That's your constituency.
That's where
Jamestown.
That's where I vote.
So please,
Anyamime, New York, Jamestown, Abola. Anyamime, New York, Jamestown, Abola, Akotolante. Yaman from Chikeno Asia. Ka Plabwe. Honorable Bejende Bakobu. Ka Kuna Nimi. But then Jobako. Ka Abdoing me, Oing me Eka. Yakahani Wonwa. Ya vote. After 5, 6 here, both way radio and low TV. Money back.
Hey, both way a beer. Both way a beer.
Radio, TV, no a beer.
Yeah, both way a yeah. Come Malebo.
Yeah, white TV.
Come on,
both way. Somebody who slap somebody. Both way.
They should both way.
So, you can't know. Fine. Yani afwan shike mo fema asha. Money ba win here. Before ba 1 year say. Kunu wo kwa mangana no $20 ba o mami. Ta no money aba.
Yeah. All right. So you were saying you are giving us the history of Ghanaian Republic.
Okay. So back to the history. Since my fellow historian here does not know
he knows
the nitty-gritties.
He want me to open books, but I'm tired.
We are talking history and opening company law book.
What? Do you know the link between company law book and history?
No.
It takes a bigger mind.
What? If there are no companies in Ghana, would the nation survive?
Satan company.
Selections.
Oh my God. So the First Republic spanned from 1960 to 1966, when the first coup occurred. Joseph Ankara, because Ankara is the one in conjunction and comprehension with the Ghana Armed Forces and then the Ghana Police Service. They did the first coup with CIA. It was alleged that the Criminal Initiative Association, CIA, they also form part of the people.
For those listening, if you're watching us from America and from CIA, I completely disassociate myself with this comment.
It was alleged.
We want visas and...
no, we said alleged. The word is alleged.
Let me do my disclaimer. This guy is called Liezer-Legacy. If you want to come and arrest him, please feel free and arrest him.
This is history. I think if you should go on social media or Google, you'll find relevant sources to buttress what I'm saying. Be that as it may, the Second Republic spanned from 1969 to 72. That was when Ignatius Kutu Echampo came to do shenanigans and removed.
What he is doing is what I call surface history.
Surface.
Yeah. This one just happened.
Let him finish.
I'm talking about Kutu Echampo.
Let him finish.
I am talking about Pablo Dybala.
Yeah, he knows.
Thank you.
I know.
Deep history.
You know.
I know him.
Yeah.
Very great guy.
Oh.
Black man.
So what happened?
So it was the Second Republic that we had K. Ebusia. I don't know if he recalls any of that.
Okay, Ebusia.
K.
Yes.
Ebusia.
Yeah.
Then fast forward, we went to the Third Republic, where the venerable man himself,
In how many years? How many years did Buzia,
Oh, if you calculate 69 to 72, you realize that he outlived his usefulness in a short period.
How many years?
You can do the calculation. So, the Third Republic, 19...
Rollins.
Yes.
He used to be an athlete, you know that?
Rollins.
Yeah. He used to represent Ghana.
In what?
Countess ball.
Countess ball?
Yeah. You know Countess ball?
Yes.
But you are still a kid. They used to play Countess ball in the 90s.
Rollins, wherever you are, your soul rests in perfect peace. You know this man, you know his house. You can locate him and have a word with him. 1979, Rollins came. Fought.
How did you jump from this thing to 79?
No, I already talked about the Second Republic.
Which was who?
1969 to 72. So after that period, when they overthrew...
But you didn't tell us who overthrew who.
Oh, I mentioned Ignatius Kutu Echampong. Oh, you're not paying attention to the
yes, because we want to know.
Anyways,
we want to learn. We want to learn.
Anyways.
You are throwing dust in our eyes.
No, this is actually credible information.
Okay.
You can Google...
Before you go on with the credible information, let me quote something from The Lives of William Benton. Page 1421, paragraph 1. And the subtitle is The People's Choice. He said that it was hard for many Americans to believe that nationalist China, with its many Christian missions, was the architect of its own fall into communist lands. It was easier to believe that China had somehow been sold out to the communists by treasonable men in high places in the United States government.
Word. Deep.
What does it mean?
China sold its communist state to what? America, in a way. We are doing election, and he is giving history of coming right now to J.J. Rollins. The Nigerians are at the border. If we don't take care and they enter town, Ghana will become a Nigerian state.
Thank you. That's very true. Because the Nigerians in circle alone are more than the Nigerians in Nigeria.
I will bona fide.
Wow, I think we're getting a lot of information.
Yeah.
We're getting overwhelmed with credible information. Please give us your untrustworthy
1979, Rollins came to power. No, let me give you that history. That history is very sweet. You don't remember because that day you were sleeping in class. Yeah, let me give you the history.
Talking to his
1979, Rollins was accused by the Supreme Military Council that he was coming to do coup d'etat. And the boy said,
that's what we call the SMC.
He said,
thank you.
How can I do that? Look at my face. I could have killed a lot of people, but as for this one, I am wicked, but I cannot do that. And they say, no, you're a bad man because you are fair. You have transnational ID.
Yeah.
ID. So you look like a criminal. So you want to overthrow the government. So they took him and locked him up and removed his fingernails.
Is it pedicure?
You don't know that history.
I know history.
Okay.
They use plier.
A plier.
Yeah. And then the person was removing it like
he applied first.
took everything off.
And they removed his nails. Then so you see the origin of the conflict was that the junior ranks and the senior ranks were at loggerheads because the senior ranks were not paying the junior ranks.
Yeah.
So they vexed and they were like, no, we have to deal with this coup. So Rollins was planning the coup with his fellow boys.
Which boys?
The junior officers.
Junior officers.
The junior. Oh, I don't remember. I think he will.
I can remember.
Boachijan.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So they were it was a major. Jan was a major.
But we didn't mention his name. We didn't say we are mentioning.
No, but you see other ranks and senior ranks.
But Jan was part of.
No, it was a major. Major is a senior rank.
Then Sarkodie is okay. Continue. Take Sarkodie was a junior.
And Peter was part. Peter.
Yeah.
So
Peter Crouch.
Yeah. So they locked him up. That they want to fire him and kill him. Then the small boys in the army came. They said, "No, we will not allow this to happen." Then they broke him from the prison and they took him to BBC Radio straight.
What date was this?
That would be somewhere 1814 BC.
You're talking about J.J. Rollins.
J.J. Rollins. You're talking about
1814
BC. You see your glasses?
I thought that was June 4.
It is June 4th.
Oh, that is credible information. Credible information. I'm sure you were my junior. Yes. So, you see, that word fellow Ghanaians.
He didn't use fellow Ghanaians.
He used fellow Ghanaians.
No,
first.
he didn't use fellow Ghanaians.
Before Akufo-Addo stole the word in 2020.
No.
Wow.
Yes. He said, my Ghanaians. Go and read the history. He said, my Ghanaians. And then Akufo-Addo said, fellow Ghanaians. Atamil said,
Thank you.
And then we came to John Dramani Mahama.